got to pay. And there's a place that only I know of where I can hunker down and I'd be gone. I'd be gone. Come with me to where the wildflowers grow and the trees smell like heaven, don't you know? And the song of the loons calling me, and I'll be gone. I'll be gone. That little voice inside your head that you ignore, telling you not to do what you've always done before. Well, that's the one I'm bending to, the one I follow now under this sun, under these clouds. Come with me to where the wildflowers grow and the trees smell like heaven, don't you know? And the song of the loons calling me, and I'll be gone.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's me, Larry, from Plump Travelers. Welcome to my new talk show. It is now called Afternoon Talk with Larry and Rob. That's right. It's not my wife, Ananda. Sadly, I had to go trade her in for a new model. So I had to, find a new model. So I ended up finding Rob from Cruising on the High Seas. Hope you don't mind. He doesn't look like my wife. I'm sorry, Rob. Yeah, my wife's much prettier, she's saying in the background. Oh, Rob's much prettier. Oh, okay. So anyway, guys, I really don't have a full plan today. I got busy with some appointments today, unexpected appointments, and I didn't have enough time to prepare everything, but that's okay. I want to make sure I started. Normally I would have freaked out. It's like, oh, I'm not prepared and cancel or something. But I think it was really important that, I stick to my plan today. I just wanted to bring up this here. This is my new thing here, Afternoon Travel Talk with Larry and Rob, episode 1. So, if you're new here, again, my name's Larry. My channel is called Plump Travelers, and my channel is all about inspiring others to get out and travel the world. That might seem okay, but I want to focus on those travelers that are out there that are experiencing difficulties getting out and traveling, meaning those that are afraid to get out and travel because they're either overweight or they have some mental health issues or they have some physical issues. So both Ananda and I, we both are on disability, long-term disability, and we both suffer from chronic pain. I have ADHD, which is the mental health disorder. I have borderline personality disorder. I suffer with depression, anxiety, and a few other things, right? And Ananda's dealing with her own issues as well. And so what happens is I found that there's many people out there that are afraid to get out and travel. And, there was times where I was afraid. Like, for example, I did a lot of research actually to about traveling myself, because I'm 6'2", 300 and at that point it was 360 pounds, and I was afraid, that I was going to be discriminated against on some flights. Excuse me, I need a drink. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I've seen a lot of people. A lot of videos where, I don't want to sit with them and blah, 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 without pointing too much out here. So that makes people like us afraid to travel. So I started researching about, plus size travel and all that kind of stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I really started my channel. But it's not the reason, because I don't allow that stuff to bother me. I have no problem walking onto a plane. In fact, I'm working on a video right now from my last vacation, which was in March, on my first cruise to the Mexican Riviera. Stay tuned for that. It's coming out. But yeah, I'm getting on a plane saying, hey, is there a seat belt extender? I have no problem saying that. I refuse to allow anybody to think negatively about my size. I want to enjoy my flight just as much as anything else. It's not like I am going on this flight just to make your flight unbearable. If you have issues with it, talk to the airline, right? You know what I mean? Not to me, right? I paid just as much as you did, right? So, but I will say, when I fly, I will, I always get a window seat. I've been flying since 1980. My very first flight was in 1980 on Air Canada, and what I was going to say, it is, I lost train of thought. My apologies here. My ADHD squirrel. So what was I going to say? Window seat. Sorry, that's where I was. I always get a window seat. And some people will say, well, why don't you sit over on an aisle seat, which will give you more room and more leg room and stuff like that? I'm okay with the leg room issue. It doesn't bother me. I do actually have a bad back, which, it does bother me. But it's actually better to where I'm sitting by a window, because that way there I can lean into the window, right? And I'm also not encroaching on their personal space, right? So I try my best to give them as much space as I can, but I refuse to allow anyone to make my travel negative. I refuse. And so with that, I'm trying to I want to inspire those that are afraid to get out and travel to travel. I want to show them that, like the slogan of my channel is, if we can do it, so can you. Now, there's limitations and all that kind of stuff. We don't need to get into that, but, yes, you too can get out there and travel the world. And so with that, this is where I'm starting. So Ananda and I used to do a talk show. It was called the Two-Night Show. The reason why I chose that was I was inspired by the Tonight Show by, well, who was before Jay Leno? Was it the Tonight Show? Is Johnny Carson? I think it was, or I can't remember who it was before Jay Leno. Anyway, I went to a live taping of Jay Leno, and I wanted to do that. And so I found that, for one, because of the P and C word that's going on around the world for the last couple of years, it was affecting my ability to put out content. And plus, I'm also dealing with some health issues and some mental health issues, and feeling down on myself, because I am suffering with deep depression, that I was having a hard time coming up with ideas, how to separate myself from every other travel people out there, even though I had my own ideas in the beginning to do that. But I was running out of ideas to bring up with content. How can I do this? Because I wasn't traveling enough, because I'm a travel channel. And so there's been times where, I didn't have the drive to keep going. And so here I am today. And so I've been dealing, I see doctors and stuff like that. And so I've built up the courage and the self-esteem and all those kinds of things to get back into the saddle. One of the things is that my channel just reached 500 subscribers. That was a big, huge thing. There's many new YouTubers out there that think, okay, it's taking so long. It's taken 2 years, well, a little over 2 years, almost 3 years, to get to 500 subscribers. Well, 90% of that was me, based on me not putting out enough content and creating community, which this whole cruise community that I follow in the travel community are amazing. Like it warms my heart, man. And that's why I'm back in the saddle tonight. I want to create this new show and new energy and everything. And so this channel here, I wanted to really turn it into a talk show. So the typical, format of a talk show, which is, hi everyone, welcome to the whatever show, and and they'll get into whatever politics. I don't like politics. I will not bring in politics. There might be some, slight political things to it, but I don't like politics. I don't like negativity. So all those things have inspired me to, and be more passionate about what I'm going to be doing here for the show. So, and with my friend Rob here, which I'm going to bring up here very shortly. He's waiting in the basement patiently. You'll be up here soon, Rob. So yeah, I wanted to get doing. So I have a lot planned. There's so many things that I don't want to bring out now. You're just going to have to come back and watch and see what's going on. But it is dealing with travel. It's all about travel, really. But there is going to be the part of talking about, on some days, it's going to be talking about, okay, ADHD. What is ADHD? Some people have no clue what ADHD is, and all those kinds of things. And so I'll even give you an example here. I got some funny things going to be coming out and stuff like that. I got some new graphics for my show and stuff. Eventually, I'm actually going to switch from using this, StreamYards, and over to OBS, which will give me a lot more control over the visuals. Not that it's really important. It's the type of thing that I want to do. And so I hope you can enjoy this in the future, But for now, I'm going to bring up our friend Rob here. He's been waiting patiently. Believe it or not, this is my first time really inviting somebody to a live feed before. It's like, feels like it's my first time. Although I've been on hundreds of lives. So let's bring up, you ready? You ready there? Give me a thumbs. There we go. Here he is.
Hello, y'all.
Hey, Rob. Welcome in, Rob. Here's Bobby. Oh, let's see. I'm always, when I go on live feeds, I don't like people seeing me up close, so I'm going to change it to this view. I hope you don't mind. I don't want you to see all the wrinkles and the, where I need to shave and all that kind of stuff. That's what I want to do. So, how's it going, Rob?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I do see that Sean just asked a question.
Sean asked a question. I'm going to bring up his question. What's he saying? Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm going to bring it up. Hold on. What's the question? I'm going to go up here. Will you also buy an apple to help your channel expand? Dear, Sean wants me to buy an apple to help out the channel. Can you grab a bag of apples when you go to the store, please? Thank you. So, welcome in, Rob. I appreciate you coming in here. So, as you heard, we're a new team now, new show. We're both travelers.
Yes, we are.
I do hang around a lot of cruisers, but technically, it's a travel channel, but with a lot of things to dealing with cruising, actually, because I'm newly found to cruising. You guys are all veterans. How many cruises have you been on, Rob?
3.
3? And with what cruise line?
Norwegian.
Norwegian. Do you remember the ships you've been on?
2018 Dawn, 2019 Epic, 2020 was Breakaway.
The Breakaway.
Yes.
So you didn't get on the Bliss. The reason why I was asking it that way, because when I was in Mexico, I got to see the Norwegian Bliss. And what a beautiful ship, seeing it from a distance, man. Yeah. Now, I was on Carnival's Panorama, and you would think, no, my ship's better. You know what I'm saying? But, the view that I got from the Bliss, because it looked like, you're right close to it. It's like, oh, wow. And it's not like you see in some of the other places where you're right close and, you know, you can reach out and say, no, this was from a distance, and I got to see the ship, and it was beautiful, man. But Norwegian, what was your favorite?
My favorite on Norwegian? It's kind of hard to pick out my most favorite one, but the dining experience is really good on Norwegian.
Yeah.
And of course,
so you don't have a favorite ship that you went on out of all those?
out of all of them, I probably would choose the Breakaway would be the favorite out of the three.
The Breakaway. And what did you like about it?
I just like the layout of the room.
Oh, you like the layout of the room?
I like the layout of the room. But also with the Epic, at least because we had a balcony. The bathroom was on one side and the shower was on the opposite side. So I also like that layout, but it seemed too condensed. Because was
it a big or small, like interior or balcony, or
it was one of the smaller ones.
Small, but interior?
No, it was balcony.
Balcony. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was like more. I found it more smaller. So at least say if you need to use the washroom, you can use the washroom. Well, I'm at least using the shower.
Okay.
It's not going to interfere.
From what I saw, like with everybody's videos, when I was on the Panorama, because I've seen some videos on some of the cruise lines, man, they look like shoeboxes. Sorry. Now, size, size doesn't matter to me, but this room that I had, it was an interior, deck 7. It was spacious, I found. Now, of course, I've only, seen through, through video, but I guess you can't really fully tell what it's like. But this room was quite spacious. But so that's what I wanted to ask you is, from what you've seen on YouTube and the room that you stayed in, did you see much of a difference?
No, I didn't see much of a difference. Now, I went from a ocean view room straight to balcony. I have not gone interior yet.
Oh, you haven't went down to there yet. Oh,
yeah, I haven't. We'll call it downgrade.
Downgrade. You're making it sound like it's like
downgrade.
Wait. What was the Titanic saying? Third steerage or whatever.
Third class.
Third class. Yeah, in steerage.
In steerage.
No way. I actually loved the interior room. I had the best sleep of my life in this interior room. I was on deck 7, 7444, which was the second last cabin in the aft. And unbelievably quiet. Yes, you felt, I'm going to say, because I know, engineering and stuff, fulcrum points. I know the difference. The difference, if you're in the very center of the ship, you're not going to feel that rocking as if you were on either end, right? Or
Correct.
Either side. You're gonna feel the motion. So I knew I was going to feel motion, but I don't have no issues with seasickness, right? So I seriously had the best sleep of my life. For one, the beds were very comfortable. To me, some people are used to luxury. I'm not. I never go on, fancy trips. I'm a budget traveler. But these pillows, man, I really need to find out who makes these pillows. Like, I had the best sleep of my life. So, I wanted to ask you, like, what was the beds like with you?
Oh, the beds were very comfortable. Like, I love the beds.
Because
and just to answer Sean, 544 days, 20 hours, and 40 minutes to go for mine.
That's for you. Oh, yeah. Ours is 149 days. And he'll say 148 because, he likes to think that he's ahead of us all here. He's special. He's ahead of us, Yeah. You know what, Rob? I'm going to go in. I want to go in and say who's in here. Just acknowledge everybody that's in here first. Who do we got up? Oh, of course. Look who it is. We got the hello, y'all. Are you from the South, Rob?
Southern Ontario.
Okay, good enough. You get the Southern Ontario accent. Dewey. Hi, Dewey. Welcome in, Dewey. Thank you for showing up. You must be sitting at home biting the bit to go out cruising again. Your next cruise is coming up. We know this. Where's the popcorn? Well, Dewey, I'll let you know. I found out on the cruise ship. It's at the, what's it called? It was called the, what was it called? Give me a minute. I'm going to bring it up. The Blue Iguana Tiki, no, not Blue Iguana Tiki Bar. It was the Tiki Bar where they had the free pop, or no, they were selling popcorn for the night movies or whatever, Under the Stars or whatever it was called. I think I went there once and I didn't get no popcorn, but I found out that's where you get the popcorn. So you're going to have to go on the LOTO deck to get the popcorn there, Dewey. What do we got here? I got up 5 a.m. to watch this. You had better hurry up before I need to go to work. Sorry about your luck. What time is it there, Sean? Let me know what time it is. Work? What's that? Oh, I think I remember. That's what used to interrupt all my travel. Yes, I agree. But your situation's different than mine, Dewey. And again, I've told you this before, Dewey. I love congratulating anybody that's gone through life and are at that retirement age. Good for you, man. Good for you. That's to me, when I hear the American dream, that's the American dream. You know, work hard all your life to be able to enjoy the rest of it doing what you want to do, right? You know. Again, congrats. Here, there we go. What do we got here? Yeah. We got that one, Rob. We got that one. Woohoo! There's me. Yeah, I want to make sure that you got my my message for the link, Rob, because you weren't responding. And there's Eric. We were just talking about Eric. Eric's going on his first cruise. Eric, I just wanted to let you know, man, just if I can just give a new cruiser's perspective on what it's like to cruise on your own as a solo cruiser and your first cruise. I guess it's just a small little tip. Just don't run in there with too high of expectations. Go and enjoy what they're giving you. Just, you know, that's where you're going to experience the amazing cruising that you hear everybody is saying. Because obviously, anywhere you go, there's going to be hiccups. And, you know, and with all this stuff going on and crazy around the world still, you know, there's going to be lots of hiccups, right? You know, so let's not focus on the hiccups and focus on the what goods that are happening on this cruise. Like I can tell you right now, I wasn't happy with the food in the MDR and the buffet, but I actually truly understand because I was a cook for 20 years, and it makes business sense to give cheaper quality food. Not that it's cheap, like, you know, like garbage. It's just, it's cheap because they're giving away free, quote, quote, you know, yes, they're going to have, and they also have the option of dining. So they're going to give the dining one where they're going to make more money. It's a business thing, right? You know? And so, yeah, I was not impressed with the food, but that doesn't mean everybody's going to be disappointed with the food because I did. You know, we all have different taste buds. So Eric, just go and enjoy. And then we're going on a group cruise, Eric. So you're going to meet lots of people. You've already met a lot of the YouTube creators in the community, man. I'm kind of envy. I did get to meet was it D&J from Pero DJ? We got Jason and Elisa from EECC Travels, and then we got Paul and Cindy from High Seas, Cindy and Paul. Oh wait, and let me see. I can't remember their channel name. I want to bring this up. So this was Robin and Steven from something Escape something. I don't remember their channel. I'll probably put a link in the description. But you know, I got to meet, you know, some of them, and it's amazing meeting everybody in this community, man. And what a difference some of them are when you meet them in person. I don't want to say fully. There is something different about you know, Elisa and Jason. But great people. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say anything negative towards them. But I'm honored to see them. But D&J from Pero DJ, they made my very first cruise so memorable. Something that you might not get in, like, let's say this vlogger cruise coming up in January. Like, there's over 1,000 vloggers, from what I understand, is going to be on that cruise, and you're not going to have much time to spend with each one. Whereas on my cruise, now I'm not saying it's always going to be this way. You know, I got to spend a lot of time with D and J, but I didn't get to spend time with Elisa and Jason. But they were having a group cruise. You know, they were too busy dealing with their big, huge group flat pulls and excursions and stuff like that. You know, so I didn't get enough time with them. But they're great people. But there's I'll wait till let everybody see them for the first time to know what I mean. But just, you know, don't take my laughter as a negative. Have you met any cruisers, Rob? No? Nobody from the community at all?
No one.
Oh.
No one in person yet.
Now, actually, I wanted to ask you, cruising on Lake Ontario, do they have cruising?
I believe so, but I would have to look.
Because, well, it wouldn't surprise. Well, if they don't, they should, because it's a big lake. You know, well, the reason why I'm saying this, there's a song that I like by, oh, I can't remember his. Is it not Fleetwood Mac? Anyway, it's about a ship that sunk in the lake. Okay. Not that we want to say that kind of talk in the cruise.
No.
But no. It's because it's a big, huge freighter ship that sunk. But it was a massive storm. And obviously, if you know of massive storms coming up, you're not going to go anywhere near it. And Lake Ontario is massive, right? So it goes over to America, right? You know. So I'm just wondering, because I never knew that. I didn't know if they had that. That'd be cool to do a cruise out of, like, say, Toronto. Maybe you should look into that, Rob.
Yeah. If they do, I believe it's only like a day evening cruise.
I don't like those. Oh,
it's nothing like a 2-3 night cruise, anything like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, it would be cool though.
Yeah.
Where do we go? Oh, sorry. Go back here. Dewey, good time when I'm home. Good time when you're home. I thought you enjoy going on cruises. I thought you were moving on one.
Now, define home, Dewey.
Well, that's what yeah. Did you see the story out where there's a couple that spends $30,000 a year? I don't know how they're doing that. And living on a cruise ship. Like 30,000? I thought it was like double that for one person. But there's a couple living on a cruise ship for $30,000. Dewey, there you go. Speaking of world cruising, there's my Najuma. Speaking of that, there's another one. Same for you, Najuma. For, you know, just coming from a solar cruiser and a new cruiser. Yeah, just go and enjoy the cruise. I guarantee you it'll be a wonderful experience. Just let's not focus on the negative stuff that happens on there. Oh, and go to the steakhouse. I highly recommend it. Eric saying hellos, Najumas. I'm not afraid to travel. I just can't. They did not let me for a while. I wonder why they didn't let you, Sean. Gosh.
I'm sorry. I put the order out there to tell him Sean's not allowed to travel.
He's not allowed? Why?
Yeah. And then I said, okay, fine. I'll lift that order. He's allowed to travel now.
Oh, okay. Good one, Rob.
Yeah.
Now, is there restrictions on how he can travel?
The restriction I put down is he can only go by ocean. He cannot go by air.
Can't go by air?
Can't go by air.
Well, there is a cruise with Princess that goes, I don't know if it goes in reverse or either or, but there's a cruise that goes from Vancouver, where I live, all the way over to Sydney. It's a 36-day cruise. I would love to do that. Dewey, hook us up, Dewey. Great, Sean. don't work for me. I just find new ways to accomplish it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And look who it is, sir. Hey, Billy. Now I can get to salute you, Captain Billy. So, Captain Billy, just to let you know, I know you're American, but I'm Canadian. I can't remember the American version, but in Canada we have a thing called Sea Cadets. There's actually what's it, Navy League. How do I say it? I can't remember the name of that one either. There's one before 12 years old. They have the really young ones before 12, and then from, well, it's actually 13 to 18. Yeah, 18. 13 to 18, which is called Sea Cadets. And then you go into different levels of the military. And so I spent 4 years in Sea Cadets and did a lot of training on the sea. That's why I have no problem with seasickness. Although I have really, really weak, what do you call them, Rob? Sea legs.
Sea legs. Yeah.
Sea legs.
And I imagine Dewey's the exact same way.
What do you mean?
Well, he has sea legs, not land legs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you know Dewey, he's always out on the sea.
Yeah, no, of course. Well, I'm talking about this when I'm meaning about the sea legs, Rob, is that you're able to walk properly without falling when it's rough seas and stuff. I had those sea legs. I have no issues with like seasickness and stuff. But when I was on this cruise here, first night on the ship, I went to the steakhouse like everybody says to, and got that bottle of wine. And I'm not a big wine drinker. I had a glass of wine. I had one glass of wine, Rob. Okay, one glass of wine, and I had the leftovers. And you know how they give you the plate with the cover, the cover, so we can bring it back leftovers. I couldn't eat the full 18-ounce ribeye steak. What else did I have? Oh, I had this in my hand. And then I had, well, I don't have it here, but I had my GoPro, you know what I mean? And then I had the bottle of wine that was left over, because I only took one bottle, because you get a free bottle of house wine. Trying to walk back to my cabin with new sea legs, because you start all over again. OMG, what a time trying to get back. It's hilarious. I really wish I would have recorded it, but I did. It would have been great content. Did you have that problem?
Maybe for a couple nights, but nothing severe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, is it one bottle per table, per stateroom? How does it work?
That's a good question, Rob. I'm thinking it's per cabin. I think it is. I think it would be per cabin. And I was a solo, right? So they gave me the whole bottle. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think it's per person, man. Holy geez, that whole friggin' table would be drunk. So I think it is per cabin. Now, I'm not guaranteed this. Billy, I think Billy would know this answer. So I wanted to say to Billy first, and then we'll continue on here. So Billy, I know I have full respect of officers, and if we all call you Captain Billy, you know, if you can see me when they say hi, Captain Billy, I'm really saluting you, Billy. You're the captain, man. Welcome to the community. No, although you've been probably part of the community forever, more than me. Did you drink wine and have the same sea leg problem, Rob?
No, I don't drink wine at all. I've tried some wines here and there, but I haven't found the one.
Well, what about drinking on a ship? Do you have that problem?
I haven't had drinking on a ship yet. When I drink, I do my drinking on land.
You haven't experienced drinking on cruising?
Nope. Maybe
I'm actually afraid of, because like on this cruise here, I did drink. I had I can't remember what it was. I think it was the 80s night. I think it was the 80s night. That's where I was hanging out with D&J doing the dancing thingy, and I don't dance, but you know, actually I was able to let loose on the cruise ship. Normally I'm embarrassed to get up on a dance floor. I can't dance. But that was part of meeting them. I was feeling good. They were making me feel good. And I'm, invited onto the ship, basically, is really how I felt with them. And I was able to get up there. So I had a couple of drinks there.
Before we lose the train of thought, Billy, he's answering the question about the wine.
Let me see. Let's find Billy's question. Oh, here we go. Billy, 1 bottle of wine per person, not per cabin? Woo! Oh my, love. So if we go on a cruise, that's 2 bottles of wine. You want to get, never mind buying the drink package, we have 2 bottles of wine to do us. That's awesome. Thanks, Rob.
And of course,
this is why I got you here as my sidekick, man.
Yeah, and of course, that only applies on the first night only.
Now, okay, so now I wanted to say this. It's a good thing Meg's bringing this up. And welcome in, Meg, by the way. I didn't get a chance to see everybody else. I will say hi to you very shortly. I have the list of people who's in here. We're going to say hi to Billy. We're going to say hi to Dewey. We're going to say hi to Lil Mama. We're going to say hi to Meg. We're going to say hi to Tommy Dodson. And we're going to say hi to Bravo.
But Billy's really trying to get us drunk.
No, I know. I just saw that. Yeah, well, you can drink on 2 bottles. You might get only 1 bottle at the steakhouse. So see, you don't need the drink package. That would do me the whole freaking cruise. Because I can drink a lot, like a very little and stuff. But I did have 2 beer that one night, I was saying, and I don't think I would want to drink more than that, because I just imagine, because I wasn't feeling anything really from the steakhouse, but kind of. But I was sitting for a while and I have a bad back, and it was really hilarious how I was walking with those new sea legs. So I can't imagine people being drunk. Well, drinking, I just, that would be so interesting to see somebody on a ship doing that. Like so. But I want to go back to say this. Okay, so this question here, yes, and it was pertaining to Meg's response too. Yes, first night only as per Meg. So I read online, and I could have sworn it was like a thing from Carnival, that I swore that it said the second night also. But now again, this is from the internet, and I'm not quoting anything. And you guys would know more than me. I'm just this brand new, fresh virgin of a cruiser that's already gone now. But the first nights is fine, because if you're saying it's per cabin, so now me and my wife will get 2 bottles of wine there, and then we can bring 2 bottles of wine. That'll do us the whole trip. Okay. Oh, and there we got Tommy Dobson. So, but let's go back to some of these questions here. I want to get some of this stuff done here. I want to make sure, of course, going forward after this, I'm going to have a different format and stuff. It's just tonight it was a little kerfuffled. All right. So there we go. Okay, we got this. There we go. Okay, we already did those. Let's see. Oh, look who it is. There's our buddy. There's Fordman, aka Kenneth Oakes. Hello, everyone. Shout out the live on Facebook and YouTube community tab. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate it. And Kenneth, I cannot wait to see you on ship, man. I just saw a picture today. Blaine was sharing some pictures of you guys. I think it was the Branson meetup. I can't wait to meet you, Kenny. I'm jealous of all those other guys getting to meet you. I don't know if you drink or not, Kenneth. I would like to have a drink with you, but if you don't, I'll understand. But I would like to have a drink with you. Buy you a drink. Let me buy you a drink. And speaking of the community tab, my channel hit 500 subscribers. Woohoo! So I actually want to mention that while I'm here. And the reason why I'm bringing it up, once you hit 500 subscribers, you're supposedly getting the community tab to be able to share things out like Kenny does all the time. He shares out everybody's, what do you call it? Oh, sorry, I'm bleeding. He shares out everybody's link. Huh? Sorry, what's that? I scratched my leg. It's got a scratch on it and it's bleeding. They were good. And so, yeah, now I have well, I don't have it yet. I guess it takes a while. Does anybody know how long it takes to get this community tab? Because I still don't have it yet.
It should be instant.
It's not instant. I don't have it unless
No.
you have to physically do it, or is it an automatic thing?
Mine was instant.
Was it automatic, or did you have to go in and press a button
No,
to make it?
it was automatically done.
Interesting, because yeah, mine, I don't have it yet, and I'm at 501 right now. Yeah, 501,
yeah.
and I still don't. I got home, videos, playlist, channels, and about. That's it.
Interesting.
Anyway, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. So I want to go back. So I actually going to be creating a video, a 500 subscriber giveaway. Let's see if I have a photo to share. I want to see if I did that, because I did. Give me one moment. I want to pull it up. Is it in my downloads? All right, because I have everything all planned. I'm going to create a video and all that to say thank you. I will share what the prize is here very shortly. Give me a minute. No, that's not there. Let's go in my temp folder. Is it in here? Okay. Actually, I can share this. Let's share this. Scroll out a bit. Bring it out here. And you'll see what I'm going to be giving away. Give me a minute. Go back here. Here we go. Now I can share it. Let's share screen and window. Chrome. No, let's do window. And please let me know, Rob, if you can see it.
Yeah.
Tell me when you can see it, Rob.
Yeah, I can see it now.
You can see that? Can you see?
Yep.
Let me drop this comment there.
Yep, I can see it all.
So it is going to be a $50 Delta Airlines gift card. And there's only one requirement. You need, and I'm actually not worried about subscribing. I don't want to be with one of those that says you must be subscribed. I just it would be greatly appreciated if you would subscribe. But the way to enter is just comment 500 subscribers giveaway. That's all you need to do. I was going to say, I love Plump Travelers. I was going to say that one, but I was just joking around with that. But so yes, I'm going to be doing a video on that. I know what's his name. Actually, I can probably do that right now. I'm going to stop sharing this. Rob, can you grab Fat Matt Adventures link and share it?
Yep.
Please. I'm going to bring up. Give me one sec. Here we go in here. Here we go. Loop-de-loo. Here we go. Loop-de-lie. So right now we have. I can still talk. I'll say that.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands are cruising, cruising. Helping hands are cruising, cruising. Helping hands are cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible, with helping hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands are cruising, cruising. Helping hands are cruising, cruising. Helping hands are cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands are cruising, cruising. Helping hands are cruising, cruising. Helping hands are cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping hands are cruising, cruising. Helping hands are cruising.
Oh, I love that song and video, man. Like I was blown away when I first saw this video. I love that style of music. I'm actually have an interest in music production myself, but I'm into electronic music, so it's a little different genre than that. But still, I love that video. So, as you might have noticed, it's called Helping Hands for Cruising, and what is Helping Hands for Cruising? It is a charity that was created by Sean and Alana from the Down Under Cruisers, which is in here. And it is a charity created for some people have a never experienced travel anywhere. There's in many other areas of their life. You know, and it was a dream. Like when I growing up, I was poor, and you know, a lot of my my friends and stuff, they all went to like Disneyland, and you hear them, oh, I went on my Disneyland trip. You know, and as a child, you don't understand the realities of life at that point. So yeah, it made me, you know, jealous and stuff like that. And so, but I was able to travel. Because there was charities, and one in particular was called Big Brothers and Big Sisters. My very first trip away from home from my mother was in 1978, and it was my very first time ever going into America. I'm from the east coast of America, or Canada, sorry, from St. John, New Brunswick, which is a cruise port. If you're ever on the New England route and having a cruise there, you stop into where I was born. I left there in 2005. So any of you guys out there ever go into St. John, you have questions or anything, you want to know anything about St. John, I can, you know, help you out as much as I can. I haven't been there since 2012. So that's, wow, 10 years. Time flies. But I still do. I have family, all that. My sister lives in St. John and stuff. It's you know, it's some really cool stuff in St. John. So if you ever go there. So anyway, I drove from St. John all the way to Boston with this group and this charity, because it was, you know, Big Brothers and Big Sisters helps out a lot of families that are less fortunate, struggles with life and stuff like that. So they paid for a 10-day trip to Boston, you know, staying at hotels. We took the school bus down. You know, I was 8 years old, and we got to go see, you know, 2 ball games, you know, Boston Red Sox against the Chicago White Sox. Sorry, I'm a Blue Jays fan. Let's go Blue Jays. Sorry about that. But it was really cool going to see Fenway Park, you know, and one of the things was that they gave you a souvenir. So we were able to go across the street and pick out a souvenir, you know, and I think mine was a helmet, you know, baseball helmet and stuff. And I think my brother got a baseball and stuff like that. And I actually remember, well, at that time, it was in the 1980, I think it was a roller derby. And the reason why I'm finding this out is because John from Jane and Travels, John and Nancy, they that's where they're from, and he remembers this place. And we're talking about, you know, this place, and it used to be a discotheque before that or something. And when I was there, it was a roller skate. Anyway, these are just memories that I have of back then, and all these great memories. And actually, one keynote for this trip, I actually almost drowned. 8 years old, I was in a swimming pool. It was in Bangor, Maine, and a really good friend of our family's, he was, you know, I think he was like 10 or 12. He actually jumped in because I was at the bottom. I was looking up, and I was starting to black out, and he pulled me out. I didn't need, you know, CPR or anything, but I do have that memory. But these are just memories. Those are called adventures, negative or positive. They're still part of your adventure and storytelling and stuff. That's why I love travel. And so, but I was fortunate enough to be able to go on this trip because of Big Brothers and Big Sisters, or a charity. And so with Helping Hands for Cruising, that's why I'm on board with that. I no longer need that kind of help anymore. I can't think of the word right now off the top of my head what I'm trying to think, but I think you get what I'm talking about. I'm very grateful and appreciative of what this done. And this wasn't just the thing. Like, I even went on to a 10-day trip to this thing called Tim Hortons Memorial Camp. Same kind of idea, but I got to spend 10 days at this cabin or this camp for use. I was 10 years old. Flown, my very first flight on an airplane was from Moncton, New Brunswick to Montreal, Quebec in an airplane on Air Canada. I have all these memories. I can be here all night trying to tell a story. And I'm very grateful and thankful for that. You know what I mean? And this is what helped develop my compassion and love and care for others in my life, because it showed that other people cared for me, right? And so for Helping Hands for Cruising, this is what I believe is doing that, and what this does is they raise funds to help those, they have a board that, decides on who gets to experience this cruise of a lifetime, Helping Hands for Cruising, making their dreams a reality. It's a dream for some people. Pardon me. It is a dream for some people to go on a cruise, to travel or whatever, and they just can't. They've never been given that opportunity. And this is why I love what Sean and Alon are doing from Down Under Cruisers. I'm going to be putting a link in the description. They have a PayPal where you can donate. I encourage you to please do so. It doesn't matter if it's 1 or 1 million, like just whatever you can give. It helps people. I'm going to say, like myself, like I said, it really gave me understanding of compassion and all that in life, right? It also taught me leadership skills and all those kinds of things that I was able to use down in life, right? And so some people don't see those kind of things happening in these kinds of situations, but I can tell you they do, right? And if we can make a difference in one person's life, that's all we really need to worry about. At least you took that effort. I just wanted to say, I'm going to bring up this one here. So Kenneth here, Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oakes. He's one of the greatest people in our community right now. Not that nobody's great or anything, but I have a special part in my heart for Kenny. He's amazing. He's inspirational. There's a video out there with him, with a walker, climbing upstairs up this mountain. He's really the demonstration of what my channel is all about. He has some disabilities, but he overcame that and was able to travel from his home in Tennessee to Missouri, and with a meetup. He's traveling. He got to go on an airplane for his first time. And I was very excited to hear his story of him going on an airplane, because I'm a nav geek, and whew, any stories like that, hearing the first time flyer, man, it just woohoo! And I was all excited for Kenneth. And so Kenneth is the first recipient of this Helping Hands for Cruising. And so everything's all paid for. His cruise, his room, his I think his flights, hotels, everything's all paid for, right? Kenneth has not seen the ocean ever. He lives in mid-US. He's never been to the ocean, right? He just finally got on an airplane. He's never been on a boat before, right? And he wanted to experience travel. So he was chosen to be the first recipient of Helping Hands for Cruising. And I am honored to bring up Helping Hands for Cruising, man. I truly believe in it. I believe in charities, you know what I mean? Like, that can help out in situations. This is a special one because we are all part of this cruise community, right? I'm not trying to guilt anybody or nothing, right? But if we can afford to go on a whatever the amount of the cruise is, we can afford to throw like a buck into a bucket and saying, here, maybe this will make a difference. And it will. $1 will make a difference. Doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it in there, right? Help somebody's dream come true. That's compassion. That's love, right? And I'm very excited I can't wait, because I'm going on this cruise with him. and along with others, and I'm going to get to see his eyes seeing the ocean. I can't wait. Like that makes my day, hearing and knowing that, you know, he's going to be able to experience a dream, right? You know, and I can't wait, Kenneth. And I want to say thank you. And if Rob, can you share out Kenneth's link in the chat, please? It would be very much appreciated. Oh, Rob's not here right now. That's why. Okay. What happened, Rob? Where'd you go? All right, let's go back in here. Let's see what we got. We're going to go through some chats here. I'm going to keep it going if you don't mind. One sec. Oh, okay. So he said he'd be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Probably got dinner because it's a time difference. Yeah, if you haven't yet, please hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that bell. Thanks all. So I just wanted to touch on this. I was a little bit concerned. I saw a post, I'm not going to say where or anything, that people were worried about hitting the like button and do. These are called call to actions. A lot of people on YouTube are doing it for money. Whatever the reason. A lot of us, including myself, aren't doing it for the money. It is that money that you make is to keep us floating and creating content and keeping us going. To make a video, there is so much into creating a video, and everybody on YouTube are getting to watch it for free, which is fine. But if you have cable TV, you're doing exactly what YouTubers are doing. Is people are paying money to create content so people can watch it. Well, what happens is they throw ads onto YouTube. And so that 15-second ad is really nothing, because before, believe me, I was a cable cutter. I went to Netflix because there was no what do you call it, ads and all that kind of stuff, right? And I was paying for a service, which is fine, right? But here we are on YouTube, because I watch YouTube. I used to spend 50, 60 hours a week on YouTube. You know, we're getting stuff for free, and content creators like myself, and you know, I'm not trying to guilt anybody either. This isn't about guilt. It's about understanding. Not everybody understands what a lot of YouTubers, not everybody, but a lot of people I'm going to say, on YouTube are on here as a business. This is our business. And so what happens is when you hit that smash the like button, subscribe, and ring that bell, that tells the YouTube algorithm, which is a software, it's not a human person, it's telling a human or a computer program, an algorithm that says, hey, somebody in Plump Travelers or whoever, content creators, live feeds or whatever, that, hey, somebody's interested. Let's share this out to a little bit more people, right? You would think, well, if I have 500 subscribers, every one of my 500 subscribers is going to see that video. That's not how it works. It's based on interaction, right? So in the chat room, when you throw a comment in there, that shows action. If you hit the like button, that shows an action. Do you know what I mean? Positive or negative, it doesn't matter. It still creates that algorithm to say, hey, there's some action here. We need to take action and maybe throw this out, and somebody else will, you know. So I just want to say that right now. There's so many complex things to explain a lot more in detail what YouTube and all this likes and subscribes and all that kind of stuff is for. But I will tell you right now, I will do it one time only myself. But there is moderators in a lot of channels that will do it, and they're doing it because that's what we need to do. If in order to grow, you need more viewers, and those are what those call to actions are, is to send your video out to farther and get more people watching and get more people interacting with you. And that's why you see some channels with live feeds of thousands of people. You know, right now I have 10 people watching, which is like, it's actually blowing me away. Some people say 10, oh, you know, not me. I'm overly excited seeing 10 people in here watching me. It doesn't matter what it is. It just needs action. So, you know, I know some people just come in to watch, you know, to watch and not be heard or seen or anything. That's fine, totally. But just, it's the educational thing. Not everybody understands how YouTube works. And when you see people like us doing that, smash the like button and, you know, subscribe and all that, All we're doing is just asking you, can you please do this? This will help. We're not begging. We're just asking you to, create an action. That's all it is. If you want to just hit the subscribe button, do it. If you want to hit the thumbs up button, do it. If you want to hit the bell, well, that'll help you to find more videos if you're liking it. If you don't like it, don't do it, right? So for now, I want to say thank you to everyone that does come in and hang around and doesn't come back. I appreciate everything that comes through here. The main purpose of me doing my channel is just to inspire others to go travel, right? That's my main focus of my channel is inspiration. I love travel. I've been able to travel lots in my life, and I want others to go out there and experience it and see the adventures and see what's out there. It's amazing, right? So sorry, I'm rambling on here. Rob is used to the basement. Yes. Oh, CME, there they are. Hey, welcome in. I'm pretty sure I've seen your name before. I don't remember where you're from. But I do know I am subscribed to you. But please let everybody know where you're from, and actually, when is your next trip? Because it says CME traveling. See me traveling. Is that what it stands for? See me traveling? I'm way behind in comments, but I'm going to keep going, guys. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to keep. That's why I chose the afternoon. So I don't have to worry about staying on the hour. I'm not always going to go past the hour, but today it's my first day, and I'm behind, and I want to make sure. I will eventually have a format. Oh, okay, he's down there waiting for me. Oh, interesting how I didn't see that. I thought you play a thing. One sec, I'm going to bring Rob up first. One sec. Why isn't it coming up, Rob? Oh, that's why I have to do this.
Yeah.
There we go. That's right. Sorry about that. Were you waiting long, Rob?
No, not very long.
Because it normally plays a sound when you come into the basement, and I didn't.
No. What you did was you had me still live, but had you full screen.
That's why. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So you've been hearing what's going on, Rob?
Yep.
Are you okay?
I'm all good.
What time is it there, Rob?
I'm at 5:03.
You should be going for your dinner soon.
Very, very soon.
Dewey says, I hang around a few cruisers now and then. A few? I think Dewey is, probably met everybody in the cruise community now. Did you see his list of cruises he's got going on?
He has a list and a big list going.
I think he's not revealing all of them.
Yeah.
I think he's got some in there, in his computer software that's, saying this and that, Rob.
All right, Sean.
Next cruise?
My next cruise, which I heard from a little birdie, it's the exact same when your next cruise is within about 500 and something odd days.
Now you're confused, Rob. My next cruise is in 149 days.
Well, yours, but I'm referring to Sean. That's when his next cruise is.
Sean, no, it's in 148 days.
Larry, you're not helping.
I am not cluing in, Rob.
I'll tell you.
It's a side joke, Rob. Yeah, how's the visit? That is so amazing when they say, yeah, he's visiting Florida. If everybody doesn't know, and I hope Dewey doesn't mind me, and I don't think he would, I'm going to be staying with Dewey when I go for the group cruise in October, and I am so ecstatic to be able to hang out with him. Dewey, if you're still here, man, I am so honored to be able to stay with you, man. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm so honored to be able to stay with you, Dewey. I'm going to be staying with him in the cabin. That is sounding so weird when I say I'm going to be staying in his cabin. There's not, nothing against, that kind of thing, but sounds so weird. Okay, so Dewey has allowed me to cabin with him on the group cruise. So this will be my very first experience with a balcony. although it's not extremely important, but I am very interested in experiencing it, because one of the things with my cruise, even though like I overheat very easily, and the AC wasn't very strong at all times, which made me wonder, do they turn the AC down at certain times during the day? Because there were certain times where it wasn't cold, where like here at home, my AC is at 61 degrees Fahrenheit all the time. And so for you, Rob, for the Celsius people, that's 16 degrees.
Yeah.
Celsius. And so, yeah, I found in there, so at first I asked for a fan, but they were all out. So for those that don't know, you can ask your cabin steward if they have any fans, and they might be able to bring you one if they're not already given out. So yeah, I couldn't get a fan. So yeah, there was times where it was a little bit too warm, but then there were weirdly odd times where it did get cool, right? You know what I mean? And so I liked to be always cool. So I thought, okay, with a balcony, what would that be like? Because yeah, if I'm really hot, I just go out the balcony, hang out in the balcony for a bit and cool off, and then come back in. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm very interested in trying out a balcony. But really, the type of room isn't really my extreme important thing to me. Now that I've been on a cruise, yes, it's beautiful, and to go live in luxury. I'm not necessarily a luxury guy. It feels good, if the price was right, I'll go stay in a suite. Like, I'm actually quite interested in checking out, because I was talking to Cindy and Paul from High C, Cindy and Paul, and they stayed in the Havana, and they were telling me some experiences in there. So for one, I didn't get to go try out the pool at all. I didn't experience no water on this 7-day cruise. For one, I'm not comfortable with big groups of people inside of a pool. I'm okay with going into a pool with others, but not, because they always seem to be too full. And so from what I understand, in the Havana area, the pools aren't always busy. So you'll have a chance to get into the pool, right? And he's saying for a Havana interior, it's only a couple extra $100, right? I think I would pay the couple $100 to have that, experience in the pool, right? So I'm next cruise I'm gonna check out is I'm gonna check out the Havana.
Oh, okay. I think you need to re-justify what you mean by no water, Larry, because with what Billy said. Don't worry. Larry did shower.
How do you know, Rob?
Or did he?
How do you know? No, I did. I did. What's that? Where is it? There's the cabin. There we go. No water from no. Yes, I did take showers, but I'm talking about going to the beach. Even because we had 3 ports: Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta. I didn't go into water, and I'm okay with that. Well, somewhat. I'm okay that I didn't get to go to a beach or anything in these places. I'm like Dewey, who enjoys the stuff on the ship, which I found that I enjoyed the ship, right? You know what I mean? Like it wasn't that bad. Being a solo cruiser, I'm not a big drinker. Just hanging out in the ship or hanging out in the room that's my idea of relaxation. That's my travel. I'm not just big on this, I got to go through every single excursion on every port. That's fine. But, like the group cruise in October, I'm actually going on 2 things, maybe even possibly 3. But yeah, I didn't get to go into the pool at all. And that's where I was a little disappointed. For one, this was Mexico Riviera. So on the Pacific coast. It wasn't the Caribbean where it's warm. This was March. And so the Pacific coast was cool. Not so much for us Canadians, but it wasn't really inviting to go into the pool. And now, from what I understand, they actually have heated pools, but they turn the temperatures down at certain times. And the times that I was willing to go into the pool, that's when they were just heating it up, and it wasn't, So I didn't get to go in the pool. And there was hot tubs, but again, always full for some reason, right? Like, it made me sad. Like I am a pool guy. I love the water. Just so you know, Billy, I do love the water. And I actually was looking forward to it. To me, like the port calls are too fast. Compared to what do you call it? All inclusives. The places that you stay, you get to experience because you're there longer. In cruising, it's like a taster. And that's what I loved about cruising. This is why I can probably say I'm addicted to cruising too, is because you get a taste of a lot more places on a cruise. But to me, that's not my way of relaxing, because you gotta like some of these people, like last one here on our cruise, they went to an all-inclusive resort. It was $100 per person, and it only came with 2 drinks. And then you had to walk a long distance to get to a port, which was outside the resort, underneath a tunnel, and then onto a beach. This was in Cabo San Lucas. And it wasn't even for a full day. $100. So $200 for a couple, and you're spending what, 3 or 4 hours? That's, to me, that's nothing, right? And they only got 2 drinks per person, right? So, yeah, but they did go to a beach though. All right, where are we at here? Where did I lose? Oh, I still see some. Holy geez, am I that far behind, Rob?
Not too far behind. You only have 2 comments, one above and one below.
Oh no, here.
I like Tommy's.
Oh, he's back for a week. Oh, interesting. Oh, he's going to Germany with Darian. Actually, that will lead me to my point now. Actually, before I say that, Rob, just to let you know, I want to be mindful of your situation. You normally have dinner around that time. If you need to go, just let me know, okay? It's okay. I just wanted to keep continuing. There's a few other things that I want to say, and yeah. So I was talking to you, Rob, but I want to let everybody else know. June 10th, 2024 will be Ananda and I's 10th year anniversary. And for the most part, there was plans for a group cruise. Those aren't off the table yet, but there's another thought coming into place, which nothing's written in stone yet. But now we are also thinking about going to UK. Ananda, when she was 17, her and a friend did the typical backpacking over Europe. She'd been to a bunch of countries there, and Holland, Holland, France, UK. I don't know. Did you do Germany, dear? Oh, she can't hear me. Anyway, so this is what the thoughts are for me. So there's a YouTube channel called Travel Tour Taste. They're cruisers as well. They're from Bournemouth, UK, which is I don't know how you would say it. I guess it's south of London, 2 hours south of London, by Southampton Cruiseport. So my thoughts is to fly into London Gatwick, me and Ananda, and then maybe them pick us up, or take a train down to Bournemouth, down to them, and stay a few days with them and experience where they are. They have a beautiful beach down in Bournemouth. And then take the train back or whatever back to London and spend a few days in there. And then we're looking at, I really wish Neil was in here, because this is part of the trip that Neil from To Travel and Tour. I always like to tease him. I love Heineken beer. And Neil doesn't like Heineken beer, and Heineken beer is made in Holland, where Neil is from. And well, Ananda has people she knows in Holland, but I want to go there so I can go to the Heineken factory and get a picture of me with a Heineken beer. Is that a Heineken beer you have in your hand?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it had Heineken's colors. Sorry, that's my.
No, it is one of
no free advertisement. No free advertisement for them.
It is one of Papa Mozo's favorite drinks.
Okay, you go ahead. Show. There it is. It's just Mountain Dew. That's my daughter.
Mountain Dew.
Both my daughter's favorite drink. So So Holland is in the trip, and I think it's a 4-hour train ride from London, and very cheap, right? You know what I mean? Like UK or Europe travel is very cheap. So I'm not going to be spending an arm and a leg to get around. So yeah, take a train, go up there, spend a day or two in Amsterdam, and go back to London, and then go out to France, which that's like an 8-hour bus ride. I actually love bus ride. I've taken the Greyhound bus across Canada numerous times. Now I haven't done it for a few years, but I think in this situation, it's actually 12 pounds per person.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. It is actually 12 pounds, British pounds per person to go from London to France by bus. Some may say, no way, I would do it. It's an 8-hour bus ride, but I think it would be okay for the first time for me because I've traveled so much by bus. Yeah, right into Paris, and who doesn't want to go to Paris? I'm sure there is some, but anyway. So yeah, take the bus there, spend a couple days there, and then either take a train all the way up to somewhere in Germany. I actually haven't had any, you know what I mean? Like, no, there's no plans yet. But I think I would like to go close to Austria and Switzerland. Those are, mountains. I love the mountains. I used to work in Jasper National Park here in Alberta, Canada, and used to hike mountains all the time. So I am fascinated by mountains. So Austria and Switzerland would be a dream. Even in Germany, you'd still see them. But those are things that very cheap and doable for the both of us. So anyway, long story short, I'm looking at that possibly in June of 2024. So, and the reason that brought that on was Darian and stuff. What's to say? I found I like the interior as long as the TV still has an outdoor view camera to watch. Yes, Dewey, I actually love that feature. I used to keep mine all the time. That's how I knew I was where I was, and I also seen that it was rough seas at certain times, even though it was dark. And yeah, I love interiors. I didn't mind it, but of course I can't really judge on anything till I try everything else. Cruising on the high seas, 148 days. There we go. Yep. At my first ocean view, non-balcony armor. What? Oh, that's right. Yes. I saw your window. You can tell that's an older ship, Dewey, but that's all part of it. Like, yes, all the, the Royal Caribbeans and all those are nice ships, but there's nothing wrong with trying these older ships. Like, I'm going to say the old style cruising, with this, whatever that thing was called, with this thing, shuffleboard or whatever it's called. Yeah, I actually was looking at that. I told you, Dewey, that I was looking at the Margaritaville. So I want to know how your thoughts are on that. I downgraded. I went from a balcony to ocean view to interior, but then upgraded. Now, was that while you were cruising, Billy, or was that before the cruise? What do we got? Hour and 18, so we're good. The rocking is nice while you're trying to sleep. Rock-a-bye, baby, on the seaside. Yep, I agree. I cannot wait to experience that again. It was unbelievable. You would think it wouldn't be that enjoyable, but no, it was great. I have a video that I'm going to be sharing in the future of something that shows the experience, kind of. So stay tuned for that. What do we got here? We got Jane and drive. Oh, travels. There's John listening while I drive. 4:19. It is 2:19 p.m. here, so I'm an hour behind. I guess, unless he's somewhere else. What do we got here? Princess has the best beds I haven't had. Oh, interesting to know that. I'll keep that in mind because Carnival's had some very comfortable ones. There's Maggie. Hi, Meg. Hope you don't mind me calling you Maggie sometimes because I'm just so used to saying that to my daughter. Question, Larry. Will you be supporting the new line of budgie smuggler? I didn't think that question was going to get to me. OMG. Budgies. Love. Sean's wondering if I would, am I going to be wearing budgie smugglers on the next cruise? You don't know what a budgie smuggler is? Look up what budgie smugglers is on your iPad. What's this? I still have 7, 36, 71, 114, 120, 148, 159, 195, 282, 315, 343, 471. No, 522, 570 days to go. Oh, for a second there, Dewey, I thought you were telling out your measurements. Now I know what they're for. Your days to your cruises, your countdowns. It's one of the things about being behind in your chat. The comment gets lost in context because it's already passed. That's funny. Meg, hey, first mate, Meg. All right, let's get through some of these. Destinations. There's Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Welcome in, Crystal. Oh, it is an Australian term. And then just finding out what a budgie smuggler. Yeah, so it's a Speedo. Basically, what he's talking about is a Speedo. So Sean wants to know if I'm going to be wearing a Speedo on the cruise. And also, you remember the live feed that he had? There was a bunch of girls on his live feed, and they were all wearing this see-through stuff. Yeah, Crystal, one of them is here, right here, right now. No, she's not going to wear that. I won't allow my wife to wear what you're wearing. But you want Sean to bring me a budgie smuggler and wear it? Well, from what I understand, Crystal and the girls, if you're one of the girls going on the cruise, you're going to have to wear one of them because I guess they order them or something. They have them all special because I guess Sean's got one. They got one for Sean, one of the see-through bathing suits. Wink, wink, Crystal. Let's get through here. Let's see if I can catch up some. We got Sharon. I don't know really how far I'm behind. What is it? 124. Oh my God, I'm an hour behind. Please be. I hope you're here, Sharon. Thank you for stopping by. Lolly bags? Banana hammock? So, do I have your permission to wear one of these budgie smugglers on the cruise? I'm not going to say that one online. Do I have your permission to use my budgie smuggler? How about I just say, I will think about it? Yeah. Sean, if you're still here, I'll tell you what. I will agree to this if you let my friend know what the activities on the cruise ship are going to be for the October group cruise. Sorry, I'm going back here. Hi, Paul. Welcome in, brother. Appreciate you coming in. Paul, wasn't that you earlier that shared the thing with the fog? Let me know, please. I have so much going on today. It's been extremely crazy busy. Some more highs and lows and hellos and hellos. Let's get through here. Oh, so Sean's not here. So I don't get to wear my budgie smuggler. All right, let's see. What do we got going on here? I've met so many YouTubers. I'm at Destinations Unknown, Jackson and Tony Marie. Just Tuesday of this week. They're awesome. I am so jealous, Eric. Not jealous. I used to be in your situation where I was free to do that, but I wasn't. Well, for one, I didn't have the money to do what you did. Or what you do. But I had that thing. I wanted to get out and travel and solo travel and all that. But I ended up meeting my ex-wife at 18 and I didn't get to do, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, although it didn't work out, we get divorced. But yeah, I still have that, I got to get out and travel and experience everything, Do you mean SS? Oh, wow. Look at Billy. Your nautical knowledge, man. Yes, SS Edmund Fitzgerald. Da, 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 da. Yes, Lake Superior. I got the lake wrong. Sorry. Cruising on Rip. Oh, you're going on your cruise on Sunday. Nice. Grandeur. That's the. See, for everybody that doesn't know, I'm a travel agent, but I'm brand new. I'm learning the classes. Classes of ships. I know the cruise lines, and yes, I've done some training. I haven't done Royal Caribbean's full yet. I'm still doing Royals. I've done Princess, Carnivals, Norwegians. I started Virgins. I started Royals. I actually having troubles getting in MFCs. So I do know a lot of cruise lines, but Grandeur of the Seas, that's I think, is that the mid-class of ship? Not Oasis class or any of that, I'm assuming. There's my Tommy there. Welcome in, Tommy. How's the weather down there? Because we just finally got one day of sunshine and probably 17,000 days of rain here. Almost didn't recognize you without you. Wait a minute, Meg. Good idea. Hey, Meg, if you're still here, would you consider being one of my wrenches? I appreciate it. Larry, I could always use someone to swap this. There we go. See, I have no problem calling you captain now. He knows his nautical terminology. What do we got here? I do often feel strange walking on land after returning since it's not. I hear a lot about that. Please put a comment in there if you experience this, because I've heard a lot of people say after their cruise, they have a hard time getting that sense of, I don't know what you would call it, balance or whatever on land after the cruise, because I never experienced it. Even though I had brand new sea legs on the cruise, I never had the issue because I was looking for that, because I was talking about it when I was on the cruise, and a lot of people were saying they have a hard time, so I was expecting it, but no, nothing happened here. There he is. Hey, Rob. Welcome back, Rob.
Yep.
You're getting a bit excited with your epic adventure on the horizon. Yes, it's on the horizon. There's Bobby and Lucky.
Yep, Lucky's floating around.
Little Mama, what's Little Mama saying? I didn't know you did Sea Cadets. Christopher was going prior to the virus and is now weak. Oh, that's so sad. If you're a parent and you have young children, I highly recommend going into these kinds of things. I think in America they're called Navy case. Some were saying ROTC, but that's not quite what I'm talking about. It's like you're in the real military kind of deal, not going to fight or anything. But the training part, you're learning skills like rope tying skills, sailing skills, the ranking system, what's saluting and all that kind of stuff. But I think in America they call Navy cadets as well. I don't remember. But yeah, I highly recommend, if you have a child that's between, I don't know how it is now, but I started when I was 12, but it was because of my birthday, until 18 or 19. I think it was. I did 4 years, but it's a really great program to help your child, at least give them an activity, and it helps them understand leadership and how to respect leaders and all those kinds of stuff, along with others. And there's many other things that's good about Sea Cadets. So ironically, I actually had a bigger interest in flying than sea. It just so happened that there was no air cadet system or organization where I lived, and it was just easier to go to Sea Cadets. So my mom got me in Sea Cadets, but that got me liking the sea just as much. Can't wait. I got Europe first. So you're going to Germany as well with Dewey. Yeah. Oh, there's how far I'm behind. Holy gee.
Oh, holy sheesh, yeah, you are.
That's
Do you
ridiculous.
realize it was that far?
We don't drink. Well, we do water and non-alcoholic. Tried to give it to stateroom guy, but he couldn't take it. You know what? I'm going to say I gave my 3/4 of a bottle to my stateroom. He said he could take it. but I don't know how that was. Maybe he was just being nice just so I wouldn't have to deal with it. I don't know. It's possible, right? Here's there, Kenny. Yeah, I understand, Kenny. You the master multitasker. Oh
gosh,
wait
yeah.
a minute. That sounded cool. Master multitasker. Master multitasker. That's going to be his new nickname for me. Drunks are the people walking straight up. So everybody's drunk on this ship because I was the only one that was the one walking straight. That's funny. That's awesome. You're looking well. You should make a trip back home sometime. We miss you back here. Now you threw me off with that one. Is this a relative of mine? If it is, let me know who it is. You can get a bottle at dinner. Yes, that's right. Oh, there's Blaine, who's probably not here now because I'm way behind in the chat. Y'all are talking about wine. I think multiple bottles. You would have to have individual reservations and not all on the same reservation to get multiple bottles. Ah, gotcha. At the steakhouse, yeah. Sorry, I didn't drink. I don't drink. Okay, yeah. I saw that earlier, Kenny. Yeah. It's okay. I'll buy you a soda. Or as we say in Canada, a pop. What do you call it, Rob?
I call it
when you go to the store, when you go to the store and you say your mom, I'm going to get a
drink.
What would you like to drink with that?
Pop.
There you go. Thank you. That's all I was looking for. I'm going to smuggle some vodka on board and I can bring 2 bottles of wine. Sounds perfect for 8 days. I'll drink some of the vodka. I like vodka.
Just don't get God smuggling it on.
Ask Eric B. He just got his. His what? I missed it. I'm way behind in the thing. So I'll catch up with that conversation in a minute. Took me a week for my community chat. Oh, that's right. Yes, because he hit 500 as well. That's right. Congratulations. You hit 300. You guys are quite active in the community and stuff, and travel's back to normal. So you should go a lot faster than my 2.5 years. It's only because I started October 2019, which just right as the pandemic started. So I never really got no content to be able to put anything in. So I was using old content filmed on iPhone 3s. And at that point, I never knew how to video. And so right now I'm just learning how to use my GoPro and stuff on my phone. But yeah, you just hit 300. I'm sure you'll fly. You guys got enough content. You're always, you live in Florida. I think,
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah, they live in Florida. It's Tommy that lives in Texas. Yeah, you guys live down by the cruises. You should be, getting all kinds. You'll grow faster. Congratulations, by the way. You can bring 2 bottles on the ship, right?
Yeah.
1 bottle per person, isn't it? From what I understand.
Nope. I think it's two bottles.
Well, I thought it was 2 bottles per cabin. So, well, I guess because Eric goes as solo. I don't drink a lot of wine. Is that U.S. or Canadian? I don't remember that.
That would be referring towards the your giveaway.
It's funny that you said that. I like that question because I was just talking to Ananda about this. Ananda's worried about how much, you give out. Come on, man, you're not making no money. What are you giving out all this money for? The typical rational thinking person in a relationship. So it's a $50 Delta Airlines gift card. So the way it's going to work, if it is the Canadian winner, it will be in Canadian funds. If it is in American funds, if it's an American winner, it'll be in U.S. funds. So it's $50 U.S. or $50 Canadian. It's I don't mind taking the hit if it's an American winner. That's what I mean. I'm trying to make it, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to give Well, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, does it matter?
With the dollar close to the par line, it makes no big difference.
Well, yeah, but when I'm paying for it, yeah, it doesn't matter when I'm paying for it. It doesn't matter. It to me, it's U.S. Let's just say it's U.S. Doesn't matter. I guess you could say it that way. It's not necessarily trying to save pennies or anything. It's just I'm just trying to figure it out on that part, because it is difficult trying to, when you're talking about pricing and stuff, to say the differences. This is why I learned about gas. Down in the States, everybody's saying, I'm paying, they're paying $4 a gallon a liter, or a gallon, or $4 a gallon, and up here we're paying, well, here in Powell River. What?
For $2.30 something.
We're at $2.30 now.
$2.31, I think.
It went to $2.31.
Yeah.
Oh, and Anna just tell me it just went to $2.31 a liter. So you times that by 4. I'm going to do this for you right now. And Anna just says we're paying $2.31 a liter.
I just paid $8 a gallon last night.
Yeah. So $9.24. Okay. But that's Canadian. Now we got to convert that to a US dollar, which is $9.24 USD or CAD to USD. $7.04 a gallon. That's what we're paying here in Powell River. That is insane. And I'm not trying to say anything other than just throwing it out there, right? Yeah, and it's actually not par, Rob. And when I worked in warehouses, it's actually, we don't want to be at par with America. Because actually being at par hurts our country, by the way. I'm not going to get into the full reasons why, but it's got to do with trade and everything. But yeah, I hit over 400 a couple weeks ago. Congratulations, Billy. Again, you guys are all down by the cruise ports, so it shouldn't be it shouldn't take you guys long. You guys are throwing up the content left and right. Billy, I'm seeing yours like every minute coming up. I wish I could do that. But I live in a small landlocked town, and we can't get out and travel like everybody else, right? So my next travel is, our anniversary is coming up June 10th. And so we're going to go on a road trip, which is a 9-hour drive away to my mother-in-law's. And so that'll be one. But then again, my next travel is not until October. But eventually, hopefully I can do a lot more travel because I'm a travel agent. So what's this? Eric, this is from Carnival. During embarkation day, only guests 21 years of age and older may bring one 750 milliliter bottle of sealed unopened wine or champagne. Just a sec. I want to read that because it's the wording that's important. So that would be okay. So that's answering. It's per person. So in a cabin of 2, you were allowed 2 bottles, but in a cabin of 1, you're only allowed 1 bottle because that's the way that language sounds to me. Oh, I need to put this up here too. So the video that I shared earlier, Helping Hands for Cruising, it was created by a YouTuber named Fat Matt Adventures. He just hit 500 subscribers. I'm not 100% sure if they're going on the group cruise in October, but it would be awesome if they could. But if you can, please go check out his channel. He's the creator of the video, and we want to give him as much support as he can. It's an amazing video. He's got some amazing content on his channel. Yeah, so please go check out Fat Matt Adventures channel. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the links, everyone. Yes, that was in USD. Okay. I got to get through a bunch of these comments before I get way behind here. Sorry if I missed your comment. I appreciate it. Things have been changing here, though. They are redoing the boardwalk and waterfront uptown. Really? I have a feeling I know who this is now. I'm not going to guess, and I don't want to make a wrong decision. I really don't really miss my hometown. To be honest, I really don't. But it's because I left for negative reasons, and I don't want to say negative stuff about my hometown. I really don't. It's beautiful. It's a great place to visit and all that kind of stuff. But as a young, impatient person, I left in 2005. For one, it was hard getting work, but a lot of that had to deal with me. I quit a lot of jobs when I was younger, and long stories and all that kind of stuff. But it was my own doing. So I left for negative reasons, and I don't miss it because there was a lot of negativity, and you tend to try to avoid negativity places, right? In that sense, right? So it's not that I don't love St. John. St. John's a beautiful place to visit. It's got a lot of history. It's the oldest incorporated city in the East, in Canada. I think that's how that was said. There's a lot of old stuff, and for those beer drinkers out there, if you've heard of Moosehead Lager. The company in St. John that creates Moosehead products, but they also create a product called Alpine Beer. It's a lager, a light beer, and that's what I used to drink when I started drinking beer, is Alpine Beer, and I love Alpine Beer. And so I grew to like the light beers, and everybody makes fun of me. Oh, you like the light beer? That's okay. And so it kind of reminds me of Coors Light. If anybody likes Coors Light, it's that kind of a beer. But at this Moosehead Breweries, as it's called, and it's not very far from the cruise port, you can take I will mention this. If you're ever in St. John, you have to leave the cruise port itself. It's one of these, what do you call them?
Excursion?
It's an off-site excursion. And I'll support it, because what it is with a company, our transit company in St. John. And what it is, you pay, it was really, and I'm finding this out because of somebody else going to St. John, and that's what they went on. And so it's a tour around the city on a transit bus. I can't remember if it's a hop on or hop off, because they have their own thing like that, but this isn't it. And you drive around, and it takes you around the city. That's what I wanted to say. That's not what I was saying with the breweries. I was going to suggest taking transit if you don't want to spend, it's not that expensive for cabs in town anywhere, really. Compared to cities I've been in this country or in America as well, cabs aren't that expensive in St. John. So you can take a really cheap, quick cab ride to this brewery, and they have tours of the place, and they have beer sampling. It's amazing. Actually, as a younger juvenile, before I was 19, because here in Canada you can drink at the age of 19, but just before I turned 19, they used to have these beer tasting things yearly, every year, at one of the local hotels. You'd go in there for free, and they would give you 4 samples of beer, and all you're doing is just doing it like a survey. Does it taste like this? What's it taste like, and all that? They give you those 4 beers, plus gave you 20. And so each of our friends would do this. It's like, yeah, I'll sign up for this. Each of our friends, young friends, before you're old enough to drink, would go and do this thing. But the $20 gave us a night of partying. So once a year we get the drink for free, Anyway, that's one of my St. John stories. I got too far into this conversation about my hometown. I don't really miss St. John, but I do want to take Ananda back there. And I have a feeling, most likely, it's going to be on a cruise, either out of New York or Boston, to going down the East Coast. I want to do that. That sounds very interesting to me. Living in St. John, like, they had a cruise port there for many years, even before I left St. John. And I looked at the ships, and it's like, wow, I would love to be on one of these. For one, it's not you can't cruise out of St. John. It's only a cruising into a port. But I always dreamt of wanting to go on a cruise ship, man. And kind of like jealous, because like in St. John, and that one of the reasons why is I didn't have a lot of money to do things. It wasn't, I was working and stuff like that, but I never had a lot of money to travel and all that. And I seen this stuff, but I wanted to. And so that would kind of help with my dream doing a cruise back to St. John and experiencing St. John and all that. And actually, you're going back to the Maritimes as well, right, Rob? You're going to where?
Yeah. I'm going into Moncton, and then we go off to Spring Hill, Nova Scotia.
Yes.
And
That is
then-
that's
and then,
the
of course,
Springfield
we're
area,
gonna-
Rob?
Pardon me?
You're going to visit family?
My mother's cemetery.
So have you been there?
Oh, many times.
Oh, okay. So you can agree that it is a beautiful, beautiful area. Now, when I say beautiful, everybody thinks, well, it doesn't look like mountains, man, or it doesn't look like this, or tropical, or anything. Everywhere you go has its own unique beauty. Everywhere, every single place you go, it doesn't matter where you go, there's always unique beauty. And I just want to encourage those out there that kind of think like that. Well, it's got no tropical trees, got no palm trees like behind me or any of that. But I encourage you to go check out all these different places, man. I used to be afraid, like, to go down to America, like, okay, well, it's another city. It's got the buildings just like me, and, it's got, a couple things that's different, but, it's not much. There's always going to be something different. Doesn't matter where you go. There's always unique beauty, and I appreciate everything. So I just encourage everybody to get there. I've been rambling on about St. John too much, Robin.
Yeah.
I'm going to get going here. Little Mama, if I'm asked, where is here? St. John, New Brunswick. Yeah. I have a feeling I know who it is. And this person better let me know in the chat who it is. Little Mama. Just so you know, Captain Billy, Rob is a mod. He's got a wrench, so huh?
No, I was just laughing.
Were you?
I think so.
Okay, all right. Just making sure. No, I lost my play in the third place here. That normal, typical.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Found it. There we go. Let's see. The posted ones on my Facebook page are only the confirmed. See, I wasn't wrong there. That's not all of them. See, told you, Rob.
Yep.
He's got lots more.
Oh, yeah.
I have an idea who that little mama is, and I'm hoping that they would confirm who they are. Is it a female? and I'm happy to have you visit and stay with me. I promise to be on my best behavior. Dewey, we don't want you to be on your best behavior. We're going to go out and have some fun. Show me your Florida, because I've never been to Florida before. So it's going to be my first time. It's like I lost my virginity on cruising. Larry will be sleeping with Dewey in the same cabin. Look who's getting jealous now. Sorry, Billy. Hey, Billy, hey, you can come on this cruise if you want, but I think you said you're on a cruise the same time we are.
Mm-hmm.
Larry, are you Dewey's plus one? See, I hate this one being behind and you're not staying with the context. Oh, that's awesome. See, look, no water. Yeah. See,
Yeah, we covered that one already.
Yeah. They still have the statues on the benches outside the big city market. Oh, the big market. Probably snap dozens of pics. Okay, I think we're here. Okay, Tommy, just to let you know, okay, there's a thing called the city market, which has all the fruits and vegetables and crafts and everything. It's inside of a long, narrow building, and the roof is actually made to look like a ship. And that was, I think, I can't remember the exact date. I'm not no tour guide or anything, but I think it was built in the 1800s. So that's our old city market. And I love going through there. But that city market does not have statues. Now, there's another place which is down the street, down at the bottom of the hill by the waterfront, which is down by the cruise ships area. There's statues down there. And that is called Market Square, which used to be a what do you call it? Like a mall. It was called the mall, Market Square Mall. It has the library. It now has a New Brunswick museum, which had its own building before, but now it's turned into the New Brunswick Museum. Highly recommend going in there. It shows all the history of St. John, which you would get another greater understanding of St. John. But this market square, that's where all the statues are. There's actually outside that market square, there's a clock that has these. Well, I don't know. I haven't been there in 10 years, but they have this clock, an actual clock made out of wood that goes around, and that's how you tell the time. But it's a bench where statues are sitting on it, and I think this is what you're talking about. The benches outside the big market there. Probably snapped a dozen pictures. Yes, I actually loved it, and believe it or not, in the 80s, that was one of our favorite places as youth to hang out. Truthfully, a confession to say is I was barred from that place for life, actually. But old, young kid stuff, I'm no longer that way anymore. But I love Market Square. There's so many memories there. That's where I started to go to the bars and all that. So that's a really cool place. I highly recommend people going in there, by the way. Dewey's going with a different trip. Okay, all right. Yes, they do. I'm still waiting to catch up to the comments to where that person's going to tell me who they are. Drinking Diet Mountain Dew here. Oh, diet? Billy, you don't look like you need a diet. Got to take the grandkids home. Enjoy this banter. See you all around. Thank you for stopping by, Tommy. I appreciate it. Grandkids, you're making it sound like you're, like 100 years old, Tommy. I don't think you're 100. I'm 52 and I'm a grandfather. So what makes me feel old when I tell you I'm a great uncle, that makes me feel much more older than a grandfather. So okay, you're still young at heart there, Tommy. I see you in here.
Yep, and Billy,
cruise, but I don't know if anyone wants to.
Yep, and Billy's going to be on the rum run.
Oh, he's going on the rum run. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a sec. I need to respond to this. Mon frère, bonjour, comment ça va? Monsieur Chris Gou. Hi, Larry. Just dropping by to say hi and give a thumbs up. I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you for stopping by. How is everything in Ontario? Sorry, my apologies. Quebec. I just wanted to mention in this spot right here, Chris Goose from Quebec. He's got a few videos out about his last cruise, and I was watching some of that. And also, he's a swimmer. Very interesting. Check out his videos. He speaks French, but he's also English. But his videos are in French, but he has English subtitles. Just please, I highly recommend you going to check out Chris's thing. He's an amazing guy. And he's a cruiser, just like we all are. But thank you for stopping by, Chris. Appreciate it. All right, let me see if I can. This is hard passing through these comments, Rob. You should be.
I'm trying to help as much as I can.
I know, and I know anything about Florida. I have to stay here long enough to explore. What's this? I'm going on the BB Rum Group cruise the month before the horizon. Yes, September 11th, which is my wife's birthday. We were looking into that, but sadly, we cannot. At one point, I was really looking at that one. 48 hours, Larry might get this. Billy, you're hilarious. But I appreciate you, Captain. Oh, wait a minute. Am I down the bottom, Rob?
You're not too far.
No, he will be at it shortly, Billy. Thanks, Rob. Cruising on the high seas. Oh, there, I'm at the bottom. Oh my gosh. How did I manage that? Rob?
You don't know how you managed that.
Thank you for your help, Rob. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
So that brings me down to here. I want to do something here. Let me see. My brownie. I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping here, like a lot of channels do. If you're new here and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. While you're at it, hit the bell so you can be notified of new content coming out or when we will go live. So just to let everybody know, me and Rob are going to be going live every Thursday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's not going to be in the same kind of format here like you're seeing today. I'm going to have a format. I just got a little busy dealing with the format, and I couldn't get it done. I had a bunch of appointments and stuff today, and I ran into it. So I thought, you know what? Let's go live. Get Robbie on here. Introduce Bobby, aka Bobby. I did have your name in there under Bobby, but it didn't work. Oh, actually, no, I did. I did have Bobby.
Yeah.
Your name does come Bobby. But anything else coming in here that I got to catch up on, Rob?
No.
Oh, there is a couple. There's three. Let's see. What do we got going on here? By the time we go on our cruise, that will be the 3rd time on that ship with that itinerary and 4th time on the ship over this year. You know, Dewey, as you know, my Carnival Panorama I was on is the sister ship to Horizon. And in doing all my research, it's just like the Panorama, except I noticed that on Horizon, they have the IMAX theater and this other theater, which I'm very interested in. And on the Panorama, they had like a trampoline place for the youth, and I think adults could go in there, but I never did it. You know, wasn't my thing. And what else was different? I can't remember. There's actually not much of a difference because they're sister ships. Same with the Vista, because you were on the Vista. At the same time I was on Panorama. So basically the same kind of ship. So I'm very interested in seeing what do you call it? The older ships with that massive atrium in the middles. I'm not talking about necessarily talking about the atriums in Royal or any of that. Or MSC. I'm talking about Carnivals big with the elevator banks going all the way up to the top. Yes, it's older stuff, but I'm very interested in it. And I'm okay with seeing older, you know, nostalgia stuff. It's very interesting. And with Panorama and the Vista class, I guess you would say, it was a very interesting ship. You know, everything has its own beauty, as I say, right? You know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And so, yes, I'm going on the Horizon in October, and I just noticed Billy said something here.
Yeah.
Billy will be the Horizon Master, but this one here, Panorama has Big Chicken, Horizon does. So, Billy, just to let you know, Panorama does not have Big Chicken, sadly, unless it was hidden in some little nook or cranny that I didn't see, because I was very interested in trying that Big Chicken.
He corrected himself.
Oh, okay, yes. Which I don't understand. Panorama was a newer ship, and Radiance was an older ship, but Radiance has the new restaurant, and Panorama doesn't. That didn't make sense. I did know about Radiance having that, but I lost that thought. But I cannot wait to try this chicken. I am extremely interested in trying this Big Chicken. I'm gonna have to go on another cruise to figure that out. 1 sec. I love those ships, like the Pride and the Magic and the Miracle. Oh my gosh. Dewey, I'm curious. How many Carnival ships have you been on? I'm not talking Princess. I'm talking about Carnival. Like you're saying the whole Carnival cruise line. Oh, okay. Sorry, Billy. I didn't get to it. I'm very slow, man. I'm very slow. So anyway, I want to go back to my banners. I wanted to catch that. Give me 1 sec. I did have some questions, but that's okay. If you're interested in going on the group cruise in October, you can contact Cindy Spiker at cindyspikertravels.com. It would be awesome to see you guys come on the group cruise. There's a pre-cruise meetup hotel. You can contact me through my. I would prefer you to contact me through Facebook Messenger, because I'm pretty much friends with everybody in the cruise community. If you don't, you know, if my thing's open, contact me through Messenger. What else do we got here? We can get Amy Amethyst. Oh, that was my old one. Sorry. Anyway, let's say this. Thank you all for coming, for all your love and support. I appreciate it. Please come check us out next Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. I assure you it's going to be different format, not 100% different, but it's going to be different. I have a few things planned. All links in the description.
Five different cruise ships of Carnival.
What's that?
Dewey has been on 5
5 different Carnival ships. Okay. So, Rob, is there anything you would like to add?
Don't think so at this moment.
No? Are
No.
you excited for our new adventure?
Oh, I'm very excited for our new adventure. I'm really excited for an adventure I do have coming up in the very near future.
And it's going to be vlogged, right? Or videos?
I'm still deciding how I'm going to do it.
Just throw some content up there, Rob. Let us see. Let it see, man.
Yeah.
And I got to remember to put your description here so I can share this at the end of the feeds when I'm done. But anyway, Rob, I want to say thank you for, being my sidekick. I very, very, very much appreciate it, man.
Yep. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, I really like this format. It's not that Ananda can't do it, but it's just Ananda can't always be on here. And you neither can you, right? But
Correct.
I do appreciate you coming on here and helping me with this stuff, man. And I look forward to going forward. I hope everybody can come back and check us out next time. And here's my thing. You don't know this one yet, Rob, but my slogan is, ready? And remember, if we can do it, so can you. So that's my slogan, Rob. It's an inspirational thing just to help others to, just know that you can get out there and travel, right? Till next time, see you next week, folks. Have a great night. Ciao.
Ciao.